If you've watched any of my videos in the past, I've been pretty open and transparent that as of recently, maybe over the last 3 to 6 months, I feel as if my dividend snowball is really starting to take shape and my dividend growth portfolio is growing at the fastest rate I've ever seen, and this is since I started investing around 7 years ago. Now this is partially because of different things like massive dividend increases within the portfolio, or the fact that I'm reinvesting around $6,600 per month of dividend income back into the portfolio, buying dividend growth ETFs like SCHD that pay me more and more over time, and also different dividend ETF names like SPYI, which have a massive starting yield right off the jump. But in this video, we're going to go over my entire dividend growth portfolio, share with you some of the new positions I've added as of recently, and where the portfolio sits currently. Then later on in the video, I'm going to share with you all the dividend income for the most part that I was paid last month. And like the title of the video says, it feels like the numbers just keep getting bigger and bigger. So if you want to see an honest, transparent look inside of a 7-figure portfolio and see all my dividends, etc., make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. Real quick, for those that haven't already, make sure to go to the first link in my description and grab my new dividend investing ebook, where I share exactly how I went from $0 invested to now earning over $6,000 on a monthly basis and over $1 million invested in the markets. Along with the ebook, you're also going to receive my custom dividend tracker, where you can track your dividend progress on an ongoing basis and reach your dividend investing goals. So make sure to grab yourself a copy of my dividend investing ebook and the new dividend tracker today. It's the first link in my description. Now, before we go through the portfolio, I wanted to make this very clear. Obviously, I'm not saying that I have the largest portfolio on YouTube or in the world. I know there's stock traders that trade more than this in a single trade on a Monday. But for me personally, someone that's been documenting my entire journey of dividend growth investing over the last several years, I'm super pleased and very excited to say that the dividend growth snowball, or whatever you want to call it, is really starting to take off. But to go through the portfolio from start to finish, let's start off with BDJ. I did grab a few more shares of BDJ as of recently. I'm sitting at 1,756 shares altogether. Devo, I also grabbed some more Devo. I grabbed a few more shares since the last update. We're just shy of 1,500 shares of Devo across the portfolios. We still have our 1,262 shares of Verizon. We still have our 1,000 shares of Apple, which, side note, how in the heck is Apple trading as high as it is right now? We then have our 2,734 shares of QYLD. I think I added a few more shares since the last update. I'm not sure if I remember to update this though. We of course grabbed some more Realty Incomes in the last update, 2,870 shares of Realty Income, ticking closer and closer to 3K. jepi, we still got our 1,240 shares of jepi. We have our 748 of EPD. We have our 700 BST. We still have our dreaded 611 shares of MPW, our 508 shares of JEPQ, which just recently hit an all-time high, or maybe it was a year-to-date high. Either way, JEPQ is doing amazing. We also have our 300 shares of OHI still, our 246 shares of NUSI, our 194 shares of XYLD. We then have our 635 shares of SCHD, which, as far as dividend income goes, my 600 plus shares of SCHD paid me a nice juicy dividend just as of recently. We have our 310 of MO, we have our 261 of Triple N REIT, we have our 100 JP Morgan, our 293 VG. I have been selling off a little bit more VG as of recently, freeing up some cash. 59 shares of KMI. We still have our 256 shares of Maine. We have our 29 dreaded shares of Walgreens, which I might have actually sold these. I have to check if I have any Walgreens anymore whatsoever. I think I'm going to sold the rest of it. We have our 351 shares of WP Carey, our 47 shares of PNW, our 255 shares of Tesla, which is starting to climb back, I've been seeing. 24 shares of UPS, 20 shares of PBA. We have our 18 shares of ABR, 16 of EXR, 17 of SPG, 210 shares of SVOL, 9 of Stag, 8 of T-Row, 19 of KMB, almost 3,200 VNQ. We have our 200 KO, 700 PSA, 411 of SPYI, which I've been grabbing like crazy still. Then we have 12 PEPI and 2 DGRW. So all in all, as the portfolio sits as current, we're looking at an average, of course, this is all just estimated, $6,640 per month in dividends. And like I sort of said towards the beginning of this video, over the last few months, with the combination of massive dividend increases, but on top of that, buying into some of the higher yielding names like SVOL and SPYI, the monthly dividend income has been exceeding my expectations. And speaking of monthly dividends, this is over the last 30 days or so. This is just some of the dividend interest income that I received in one of my portfolios. Keep in mind, I do have portfolios across different brokerages. But back in the beginning of June, I received $107. This is from a CD redemption. We got our Main Street Capital $30 dividend paid in this portfolio, our $288.78 dividend paid from Realty Income, another CD redemption for almost $300, another CD redemption for almost $275, $38.40 from Main Street Capital also. SPYI paid me $94.96, which this one just keeps getting bigger because I keep buying more. Devo paid $36.09. $5.62, and this is from BDJ. We got $9.90 from SVOL, another CD redemption for $213, $98.64 from SCHD. There's the SCHD dividend. UGI paid us $25.88, $54.33, and this is from JEP. Then we got another CD interest for $271 and $52 from DSLY. But that is not all. In this other portfolio, we received a ton of massive dividends over the last 30 days as well. We got $18.24 from Main Street Capital, $249 from Realty Income. CEFD paid us 76 cents, $1.15 from FEPI, $102 from SPYI. DGRW paid us 18 cents. We got 62 cents from QQQI. Main Street Capital, 23.10. SPG paid us 30. We got a Devo payment of 171.12. We got 93.35 from BDJ. ARCC we got 48 cents. BUY paid us 9.80, 52.80 from SVOL in this portfolio. NUSI paid us 2.45, 4.88 from DLR. In this portfolio, EXR paid us 25.92. UTG paid us 11.02, 80 cents from RQI. BST paid us 125.75, 27.28 from ETJ. $10 from Pamina Pipeline, $17.64 from QQQX. QYLD paid us $141.46, $51.13 from XYLD, a massive SCHD dividend in this portfolio, $202.73, $26.85 from BNQ in this portfolio. Then lastly, JEPI paid us $221, JEPQ paid us $156, $10 from Beachy, Coney paid us $6, AMZY, APLY, and TSLY paid us the rest of that. So that's more or less where the dividend portfolio sits as of right now filming this video. Like I said, as of recently, I've been buying more things like Realty Income, grabbing some more shares of Devo, and of course grabbing more SPYI as well as SVOL. I'm really hoping for some more dividend increases in the next up and coming months, but along with that, I'm going to keep reinvesting this more or less $6,500, $6,600 that I'm now getting paid on a monthly basis. But now lastly, most importantly, I want to hear from you guys down below. Now that you saw the inside of my portfolio, every stock and ETF that I more or less hold, what is your #1 favorite stock or ETF and least favorite across my entire portfolio? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.